Hey everybody, this is Andre over at Zimmerman's, and today we're going to talk about something that we don't want to talk about: summertime. I'm sure there's still a few of you out there that are still trying to get some turns in before we're all done for the season, but for the most part, people are ready to get their stuff put away for the summer. What we're here to talk about is the best way to make sure that your skis and boards stay in good condition throughout the summer when you're not using them. The biggest thing here is the elements play a massive factor. You don't want your skis to be in the garage, you don't want them in the shed. They like to live where people live. Put them underneath the bed, back of the closet, throw them in a bag, just keep them somewhere inside the house where it's a little bit more temperature controlled. A couple of the big problems that we run into is A, the base. The base of the ski is porous. So by keeping a layer of wax on the skis, keeping them in good condition, it's going to make sure that they don't dry out and your skis last much longer for you. Outside of that, one of the really difficult things that's much more difficult to you can cut that somewhere, right? One of the other really important things that you got to keep an eye on that's way more difficult to repair are your edges. Edges tend to rust. So what we want to do first and foremost is make sure that we're not getting any moisture on them, but one of the things that we really want to watch out for is making sure that our edges aren't touching each other. For whatever reason, I'm no scientist, but when the edges touch, they tend to rust much faster. And when your edges get super rusty, what happens is they wind up getting pitted and cracking. So when we go to tune your skis up in the fall just to clear all that stuff away, they won't always get back to perfect condition. So with all this being said, get your skis end of season tune-up. Make sure that they're put away in a warm, dry place inside the house, not the garage, not the shed. And just take care of your equipment. It's going to make sure that they last a lot longer because at the end of the day, this isn't a cheap sport. We spend a lot of money on our equipment, so let's make sure that lasts long and it takes care of us as well. So we just talked about all the bad stuff, but now let's talk about what we can do to actually prevent that. What I'm going to do right now is show you actually some of the stuff that I personally use on my own skis to make sure that they last for me. First and foremost, good set of ski straps. Just like I talked about making sure your edges aren't touching, you're going to see a lot of people using like a paper towel or something like that right in between the edge of the skis. Perfectly fine. This, just a piece of rubber, throws them on, wrap it around, you're good to go. Keeps the skis together, you don't have to worry about them rusting. Outside of that, the other thing that I like to use is I always try and keep my stuff in a bag. So as it's in a bag, it makes sure that it's away from the animals, away from pets, nothing's chewing on it, nothing's gonna get on the skis. That way you can just slide them under the bed, the back of the closet, and you really just don't have to worry about it. One of the last things to really be important about and focus on is making sure that you buckle your boots. It might sound like no big deal, but as time goes on, that plastic has memory and it's gonna start to open back up and they're not gonna be super easy to close. So if you ever have a difficult time when you're getting up to the mountain, throwing your boots on and can't get them buckled, it's probably because you didn't buckle them over the summer. Just make sure, take care of your gear. That way, when you hit the fall, it's gonna be ready to go for you. So, if you have any questions about this, always feel free to reach out to us. Come on into the shop or check out all of next year's inventory as we start getting it in at winteriscalling.com.